Good morning. Well, morning for me. So today's the day. They're on their way. Got the text. So I've got the stuff out. I'm gonna go ahead and pre-cut some wires. Just a black one. For that, for the DROK meter, and then get that ready. I'm actually gonna go ahead and turn this. You can see I've got everything off of it. And so I'm gonna go ahead and turn this. So I think I'm gonna have it the way I want it, by turning it. So I've got all this. I'm gonna get all this out and prep for them. They'll be here in about 10-15 minutes. And then installing that wall. Unfortunately, I don't have my PDU yet, so I won't be able to connect up to the 220 yet, or 240. However, the one nice thing is that I am having the 110 four outlet 110 installed there, so I at least will be able to get the miner out here, the other miner out here and out of the office. However, I just won't be able to do 240 yet. But here we've got these. If I can get it out of the bag. Doing this one-handed. We got that, the plugs, the meters. I'm gonna go start in on the cutting of the wire to get that all ready and prepped, and turn this whole shelf as well. All right, see you in a moment. There we go. So you can see where they're out in the garage doing this, and they've got the electrical panel off, and they're running the wires. They cut the hole in the wall and they're running the wires for that. So you can be able to see what all they did that day when you were gone that weekend. And over here, you can see where Daddy was already working on that right there. These pieces to for the DROK meter and the box that the receptacle sits in. You see that?
Yeah.
Look at that. That's some heavy duty gauge wire. And that's the metal trough that they mounted to run the wire in.
How's that? Yeah. Good? Good.
So you can see they're installing that, mounting it to the wall. They're looking for studs too, so they check where the studs were. So a couple of those screws will be in studs.
Now be careful right here. The people got whipped off of you, and it hurts.
Where?
When somebody touches it.
Yeah. Yeah, he hurt his hand early in the morning. Cut it on, I forgot what he cut it on. Back. Bandaged it up. Kept looking.
Good mess? Goes up the side. There we go.
So they're putting this in. So they got it mounted.
Yeah.
They're checking it, checking to see if it has any give, see if it's loose or anything.
Speed it up a little bit so you can have those conduits in it.
And then they check to make sure it's level. They did a really good job. I'm actually very happy with the job they did. Definitely will be hiring in the future for other projects, other electrical work. put in some more screws to the studs in there. You're making sure it's not going to move. It's not going to fall off.
Say the wall would have to come down for that to come down.
Hopefully the wall doesn't come down.
Right, yeah.
I thought who videoed?
Yes, that was Daddy. I videoed all that day. So here we are outside. He's drilling these meter boxes that Daddy ordered. He's drilling them so that he can
Turned out very nice.
run the wiring into the boxes through conduit. Now these meter boxes that Daddy ordered, they're injection molded, which means they're very strong, sturdy plastic. Can take high heat, so they're able to drill them without breaking them. And then here you can see where Daddy finished up putting all the wire, cutting the wires and putting them in, getting the meters ready. And you can see there where they were measuring out where to put the, drilling out the holes. You can see he has that blue tape across. That's so that it doesn't break apart on him. You can see here where they can make progress. That's the first drill they used before it started. You can see there where he's putting in the other outlet. It's a 15 or 20 amp outlet. You see there he's measuring, he's marking through the box the holes that he's going to drill out. And he used the level to make sure that's nice and level. You can see there where he's mounting the conduit clamps, the mounting brackets for the conduit to go through, or attach to. So that's what the breaker looks like without the panel on. You can see there where that's before they finished. He's getting it laid out. So drilling back of it. Just really good boxes. Daddy's very happy with it, and I like the different colors.
I wish there was one with
Rainbow.
And pink and yellow.
Pink and yellow. Well, one day there might be a pink and yellow one. Who knows? He's mounting the boxes, getting the markings to drill out, and right now he's stripping the wire. So the wire, he has to take the insulation off to expose the copper part, so that he can put it into the outlets and attach it so that electricity will flow. You can see there where he's putting the box on the wall, and see that level? That level helps him make sure that it's even, so it's not too far to the left or right, so it's nice and straight. He just drills in the screws. actually quite impressed with the quality of those boxes. So, testament to the meter box. See how it's spin, and then as it's drilling into the plastic, it catches part of that material and it spills it around. And he has to clean the drill bit off if it stays on there. He's taking off those upper tabs so that he can fit it properly into the box there. Metal shavings and scrap picked up from cutting the drywall and wires and stuff. That was mainly for the metal shavings that came in from drilling the holes. Now he's running. See, they ran the wire down through there, out that hole down there, and into this box area, and now they're running individual wires up the conduit, and he's pulling it through just like that.
How careful are they with the wires?
Very careful. Now, when I originally talked to them about doing the job, I told them they were willing to keep the power running and do the work, and I said, no, just go ahead and shut it all down. We don't need to run power for anything. We can shut it off to the house. So they shut the power off to the house. So right now there is no power flowing in this breaker box. They've got it shut off, and they're able to do their work much easier because they don't have to worry about any live electrical current. So he's taking apart the breaker box and putting in dual breakers. So there's two 15 amps circuits on these breakers instead of one, so he was able to shrink down the amount of breaker space needed so that we had enough room at the bottom to put in the 30 amps. So you can see here where he's putting those back in. Oh, that's actually the new 30 amps that were put in. You can see the 30 amp over there. So there's 3 on the right and 1 on the left of the 30 amp breakers that went in.
One more spot left.
You can see here where he's cutting the orange wire. So he's cutting away this insulation part so he can get to the wire part, and cutting away the excess. And that's the yellow is the rubber insulation, and there's like this little paper like insulation as well that goes over top. See, now he's screwing in these wires back into the breakers.
Are you putting more electricity down the road?
What?
Putting more electricity down the road?
Did you ask if Daddy needs more electricity down the road?
Do you need more electricity down the road?
Well, Way down the road, yes. Right now, no. I've got plenty of electrical. Actually, I've got more than I need at the moment because Daddy just went ahead and had them install a fork because it was only a few dollars more versus having them come back later to install. Like that, if I only did 2 now and then have them come back to do 2 later, it would have cost more money.
Yeah. Alright, so what? And when can we talk through here?
Well, we're talking right now. You can see now that he's going in. He's putting in he's putting these little wire. I forget the name for them. Little wire handle things that he crimped onto the end of the wires, and he's putting them onto. You want to sit here?
Can I talk in there?
Yeah, you can talk normally. It picks it up. So just talk normal. But yeah, we're recording right now, so that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think you're more excited about just having yourself recorded than you are about watching this. Oh. Look, you are talking. What do you mean? So you see here where he's pushing it back in. He's pushing the wire. Those wires are a heavy gauge wire, and they take a lot of force to move around, especially when they start bunching up a bit.
Okay, a while.
You don't need to yell. You can see there where he's got the black one, the black box done. And he's screwing the plate on. And he's gonna do. There I am checking out.
Pretty simple, other than getting the wires in the right spot.
You're in lined up.
Okay.
All right, hold on. You can see he's got the blues done, the green. He's working on the green. The red. You are just a ball of energy right now, aren't you?
Yeah, things. Yeah. Can I talk through here?
You are talking. No, you just talk normally.
I want to talk closer.
Well, if you talk close to it now, then Daddy's going to have to go back in and fix the audio because it's going to be too loud. You want to just talk normally, and then if Daddy has to increase the audio input when he goes back to edit, then Daddy can do it more easily. You can see where he's finishing up, or putting the red one in. Zach and Casey.
What? Next time we have a video, can we do it all the way to a little bit longer than this?
This is a long video, buddy.
Next time you have them here, can you have even a little bit longer video?
Well, they probably won't do any more electrical work here. It'll probably be at our next location, which is still a ways off. That hasn't even been figured out yet. Okay. Look at him. He's finishing up that red box.
Okay.
Oh! Don't hit the desk. Don't hit the desk. Now look, he's got a tester. They've turned the power back on, and he's got a little voltmeter tester. And what he's doing is he's plugging in the prongs into those outlets specifically to test to see what the current is to make sure that it is good. If there are any problems, he would have to shut the power off and open it up to figure out what's wrong. However, he's been going through, and every one of them checked out. So they were good to go.
120. 120. Good power all the way around.
All right. You see that? All 4 of them are done. Red, green, blue, and the black. And you can see over here, that was the first time I got the internet, or the internet fiber box plugged in out there and not have to use an extension cord. Alright, so the electricians just left. We've got these awesome 4, and I had ended up staggering them. I think it looks pretty sweet. Hold on a second, let me turn the light on. That's pretty sweet. There's the blue one. Green. And red. The really nice thing is with having 4 different colors, they're able to just label them just like that. So yeah, we got a full panel again. This one is the 20 amp. That's for this outlet right down here, and that's all nicely done. They relabeled some because they condensed them, so they relabeled. Alright, here's the nice thing. I'm finally able to plug this in right here at an outlet and not be running the extension cord over to it anymore. So that's nice. So now, all I gotta do is get the PDU, which I gotta figure out in the next day or two. And I'll start with this one. What I'm probably going to do is, since I'm only going to have 1 to start with, and these are all for future expansion because it was just cheaper to get it all done now versus later coming up to do expansions. So it's just 1 go around. Got all the 30 amps I need for the house, and this is pretty cool. I actually like this. Watching them install it and seeing the space they've got in there, and they left enough wiring that, let's just say for some odd crazy reason something happens and it burn out or damage whatever, they got enough. You can just pull out a little bit more, cut off the end, and redo it. So hopefully nothing like that happens, but it's nice to know that they were thinking ahead. So we got this. This is a 200 amp service out here. We got the 240 amp. Oh, let's just go ahead and do this. So I'm just going to turn red off and green off. And black off. I'm just going to leave the blue on. Alright. Next step, besides the PDUs, I'm going to get these set back up out here. I brought these out here and get everything reset up. Of course, I got the plug-in right here now that I can work off of, and we'll go from there. Sounds good.